Political commentator Dr. David Hinds thinks the coalition has done a fairly good job in its first year in office. More good than bad, he said. But the government's approach to addressing the issue of corruption and discoveries of improprieties by officials of the previous administration is getting low marks from him. President Granger has already said he is not responding hastily to those forensic audit reports. Dr. Hinds is contending that the coalition made a promise on the campaign trail and it must be kept.
Based on what we've been seeing from the forensic audits, there have been high levels of corruption, mismanagement, and so forth. And I think the vast majority of the supporters of the government were hoping that the government would have done something drastic to deal with the question of mismanagement and overreach, misuse of natural resources, the national resources over the 23 years of the previous government. Not because you want to go after the previous government, not because you want to engage in witch hunting, but you want to clean up corruption.
Dr. Hinds believed that the Granger-led government has the potential to put a brake on corruption. He said the government must send signals to show that they are serious about cleaning up corruption in government.
I am not saying that every instance of mismanagement, every instance of chicanery amounts to corruption. But clearly there were some instances of we've been reading in the newspapers over a period of time.
The political scientist believes too that the government has disconnected itself from some of its supporters. He recalled that prior to the 2015 elections, while in opposition, the coalition had been adamant about stamping out corruption, and that pressure should be sustained.
And what this government needed to do was to go back into the communities and continue to reason with those people, continue to explain to them, continue to make them feel involved in what is happening in the country. I bet if this government had done that in its first year, the turnout of the local government elections would have been much higher.
Royden James, HGP Nightly News.